Did you know that right now, as you're sitting there watching this, your prostate might be slowly deteriorating because of one simple mistake that 90% of men over 50 are making? They are spending hundreds of dollars every month on expensive pomegranate juice and fancy supplements when there's something sitting in their kitchen cabinet right now that works just as well for less than $1. Stay with me because what I am about to reveal could literally save your prostate function and your wallet at the same time. Here's what's really happening that most doctors won't tell you straight. By age 60, over half of all men will start experiencing prostate issues. By 80, that number jumps to 90%. But here's the kicker: most of these men are throwing money at the problem instead of understanding what their prostate actually needs to stay healthy. They see those studies about pomegranate juice helping with prostate health, and they rush out to spend $12 on a tiny bottle that might last 3 days if they're lucky. Think about that for a second. $12 every 3 days means you re-spending over $1,400 a year just on pomegranate juice. And that's before you add in all those expensive supplements that promise miracle results. But what if I told you that the most powerful prostate-protecting compound is available at your local grocery store for under $1, and you might already have it in your pantry right now? Before you think this is just another video telling you to eat more vegetables, let me stop you right there. This goes much deeper than basic nutrition advice. What I am about to share with you comes from understanding exactly how your prostate gets damaged in the first place, and more importantly, what specific compounds can stop that damage cold. Here's where it gets really interesting. Your prostate is constantly under attack from something called oxidative stress. Imagine trying to wash dishes with water that's full of rust particles. That's essentially what's happening inside your prostate when free radicals start damaging the healthy cells. Those expensive pomegranate products work because they're loaded with antioxidants that neutralize these free radicals. But here's what the supplement companies don't want you to know. There's a common food that contains the exact same type of protective compounds, and it's been sitting in your grocery store's produce section this whole time. I'm talking about tomatoes. But wait, before you roll your eyes and think this is too simple, here's the twist that makes this even more powerful than those expensive alternatives. When tomatoes are cooked, and I am talking about that basic can of tomato sauce you can buy for 90 cents, something magical happens. The heat breaks down the cell walls and makes a compound called lycopene incredibly more bioavailable to your body. Let me paint you a picture of what this means for your daily routine. Tomorrow morning when you're making breakfast, instead of pouring that $12 pomegranate juice, you could be getting more prostate protection from adding tomato sauce to your scrambled eggs. One can of tomato sauce contains more concentrated lycopene than most expensive supplements, and it costs less than what you'd spend on a single glass of premium juice. But here's where most people get it completely wrong. They think they need to find one magical superfood and stick with it. That's not how your prostate works. Your prostate needs multiple types of protection working together, like having a complete security system instead of just one alarm. And the beautiful thing is, you can build this complete protection system using foods that cost less than what most men spend on a single supplement bottle. Have you ever wondered why some cultures have dramatically lower rates of prostate problems? Take Asian countries, for example. Men there consume green tea daily, not as some health trend, but as a normal part of life. Green tea contains something called EGCG, which has been shown in studies to actually slow down problematic cell growth in the prostate. A box of quality green tea costs $4 and lasts an entire month. Compare that to the $60 supplements that promise the same benefits. Here's what happens when you drink 2 cups of green tea daily. Picture yourself 3 months from now having your regular checkup with your doctor. Instead of hearing about declining prostate function, you're getting better numbers because you've been flooding your system with natural compounds that protect and support healthy prostate tissue. And you've been doing it for the cost of a fast food meal, but the damage doesn't stop there. Most men over 50 are walking around with a hidden deficiency that's directly linked to prostate problems, and they don't even know it. I'm talking about zinc deficiency. Your prostate tissue contains more zinc than any other organ in your body. When you're deficient, which most men are, your prostate can't function properly and becomes more vulnerable to problems. Now, you could go buy expensive zinc supplements, but here's the problem with that approach. Synthetic zinc often causes stomach upset and absorption issues. Your body doesn't recognize it the same way it recognizes natural sources. But there is something you can snack on while watching TV that delivers highly absorbable zinc along with magnesium and healthy fats that support the zinc absorption. I'm talking about pumpkin seeds. Raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds cost about $3 for a bag that lasts weeks. Compare that to zinc supplements that cost $20 or more and often cause digestive problems. When you're eating pumpkin seeds, you're getting zinc in the exact form your body evolved to process, along with other nutrients that work synergistically to support prostate health. Think about that for a second. You were probably spending more on coffee every week than what it costs to give your prostate the zinc protection it desperately needs for an entire month. And unlike swallowing pills, you can actually enjoy the process of eating something that tastes good and satisfies your snack cravings at the same time. Here's where it gets even more complex, and this is something that could completely change how you think about prostate protection. There is a group of vegetables that contain compounds so powerful for prostate health that researchers are trying to isolate them into expensive pharmaceuticals. But you can get these same compounds from foods that are often on sale at your local supermarket. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts contain something called sulforaphane. This compound has shown remarkable ability to support healthy prostate function and may even help reverse early-stage cellular damage. The frozen versions of these vegetables are just as nutritious as fresh. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked forward to supporting your health instead of feeling like it was a chore or an expensive burden? Here's what happens when you start thinking about these foods differently. Tomorrow night when you're making dinner, instead of forcing down expensive supplements, you're creating a meal that actually tastes good and happens to be incredibly protective for your prostate. You're sauteing garlic and onions, which contain quercetin and other compounds that reduce prostate inflammation. You're adding tomato sauce for that concentrated lycopene. You're including some broccoli for the sulforaphane. And you're re-enjoying every bite while spending less than what most men waste on a single overpriced supplement. But wait, there's something hiding in plain sight that most people literally throw away, and it contains a compound that supports the blood flow your prostate needs to stay healthy. When you buy watermelon, you probably eat the red flesh and toss the white rind, right? That white part contains citrulline, an amino acid that supports circulation. Poor circulation is one of the hidden factors in prostate problems that nobody talks about. Instead of buying expensive circulation supplements, you could be blending watermelon rind into smoothies and getting this benefit for free. Here's the twist that makes this approach even more powerful than expensive alternatives. When you rely on whole foods instead of isolated compounds, you're getting hundreds of beneficial nutrients working together in ways that scientists are just beginning to understand. That 90-cent can of tomato sauce doesn't just contain lycopene, it contains vitamin C, folate, potassium, and dozens of other compounds that support overall prostate health. No single supplement can replicate this complexity. Think about where you'll be 6 months from now if you make these simple changes. Instead of spending hundreds of dollars monthly on supplements that may or may not be absorbed properly, you're eating real food that tastes good, costs less, and provides comprehensive prostate protection. You're having your morning green tea instead of that expensive pomegranate juice. You're snacking on pumpkin seeds while watching your favorite shows. You're cooking meals with tomatoes, garlic, and cruciferous vegetables that your whole family can enjoy. The key to making this work long term is understanding that consistency beats perfection every time. You don't need to eat all of these foods every single day. What matters is incorporating them regularly into your routine in ways that feel natural and sustainable. Buy tomato products in bulk when they're on sale. Prep vegetables on weekends so they're ready during busy weekdays. Keep pumpkin seeds in your car or office for easy snacking. Here's what I want you to do starting tomorrow morning. Pick just one of these foods and find a way to include it in something you're already eating. Add tomato sauce to your eggs, drink green tea instead of your second cup of coffee, or grab a handful of pumpkin seeds as an afternoon snack. Notice how easy it is and how much money you're saving compared to expensive supplements. Then gradually add more options as they become habits. Your prostate health doesn't have to cost a fortune, and it doesn't have to feel like taking medicine. The most powerful protection comes from foods you can enjoy eating, afford to buy consistently, and actually look forward to including in your daily routine. Start with one simple change this week and build from there. Your prostate and your wallet will thank you. But here is something that's going to shock you. Everything I've shared about prostate health isn't just for men. There is groundbreaking research showing women can benefit from these same foods in ways that could transform their health too. What I discovered about the female connection will blow your mind. Click the next video to learn the surprising truth that changes everything we thought we knew about gender and health.